Hey everyone, I thought I would do another quick post. This one on shared decision making. We've been talking about this a lot as healthcare practitioners, and it's starting to increase in the space the importance of utilizing shared decision making in practice. But this video, I really wanted to target with patients and being your own self advocate when you are going to your healthcare provider. I think this is so important, and I used to teach my own patients the importance of really being open with providers. Sometimes patients had a lot of fear bringing up specific information that was very important to providers. Now, I think some of this was because since I worked in mental health, a lot of patients had felt shamed or a lot of stigma regarding their condition. Even if they had medical conditions, they found it was much harder to open up with their practitioners. And so I used to give a lot of advice because we're taught about how providers may not like all the Google information and things like that. But I actually used to encourage my patients to bring in, especially scientific articles. Bring me the literature you're finding. Let me know what you're thinking about, because then it helps us come to a decision together. And this was most important because if a patient wasn't comfortable with their treatment plan, they weren't going to engage in treatment. And so, you guys, as patients, I have always encouraged people to really try and open up with your providers, even if it isn't that comfortable. Now, this article does give some good advice if you kind of look down here. It also suggests that you need to understand what your provider is saying. If you don't understand what your provider is saying, ask those questions in the visit, because otherwise it may be assumed that you do know. You don't have to be ashamed. Sometimes providers get caught up and they don't realize they're using too much medical jargon. Also, some of the other things it's bringing up, as I talked about in other videos, is social drivers of health. And we need to be more aware of the things that are important to you, which could include your culture, it could include your gender, it could include your pronouns, it could include how you feel about different types of treatments, what kind of treatments you would prefer, which those you don't. And so it's, again, bring those up to a provider, or don't feel ashamed to bring up if you're worried about the cost of a medication, or if there's a treatment that you won't be able to get to the appointments because your transportation is limited, or if you're worried about how family members are going to perceive it. These are all things to bring up with your provider so we can actually try and work with you and find solutions. Because unfortunately, if we don't know, then we can't help. I hope that's just a short little bit. I would love to talk about this more. Please link any articles or experiences that you have with shared decision making. Let me know about your experiences with providers out there. If there's ones that engaged really well with you and it made you feel reinvigorated about the healthcare system, or even if there were negative interactions, please share that and what you wish could have occurred. I do still think that's really helpful, even though we know that negative interactions occur. It's helpful to find positive solutions. And so we want to be a positive space. I hope you guys have a good day. Thanks. Bye.